You're watching the Tarot Insight channel. There is a sign of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and they are on an adventure in love. And what they're wondering is they're wondering why, if someone's not talking to them, why they don't expect them to talk to other people. They just romantically feel that um, that it's a little strange for someone to feel like um, they have to be alone if this other person is not going to give them the time of day, really. They know that there's attraction there. They just aren't getting any play for the most part. There is someone coming in who has had a bad plan, and they have really kind of just felt suspended in air over the plan. They haven't been able to go this way or that way due to a plan. Bad planning. And the advice is that you can be confident that you can take another step. And that step can be stepping out of this bad planning and this energy here. This energy of feeling like you missed some sort of opportunity. You can go a different direction. You will be going a different direction. Never mind all the conflict that has been stirred up. You can go an entirely different way. So don't listen to the naysayers. Don't get too tied up in that conflict and let it weigh you down. Don't let it weigh you down. I had to say that twice for reiteration. There is a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries person concerned about how to best maneuver in a spiritual direction because they want to do. I get that this fire sign wants to do what's right, and yet it just feels like a really difficult choice because they feel like all the pieces of the puzzle aren't there, and they want to put it all together, and they want to do the right thing, and yet they feel like spiritually, excuse me, if you make this choice, that you just feel like it's going to be cut and dry as far as the best thing to do, and yet your emotions prevent you from this because you know that you have certain standards and you want to do something the right way, but you felt kind of backed into a corner by things that were out of your control. There is some strong action that needs to be taken by someone And they're wondering if they should take some strong action. And yes, you should take some strong action. Let's see if I can get some clarity here. Who is this? Who needs to take strong action? And it's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You need to take strong action. And this is about recognizing someone in some way. Their behavior has been really top notch, given what they have experienced, given whatever you guys have intertwined yourselves in, water sign. So just let this person know that it means the world to you that they took things and didn't, make a big deal out of things the way that they could have when certain things transpired between you guys. Their response I'm getting was awesome. It was really a mature response that someone had. Additional information about this is that this person will offer you choices if there is something that you need to work out. This person is going to be there to help you to make any choices that you need to make. And they do, like I said, have that very mature energy. So you can depend on them. Someone is wondering if they should have a new vision because things haven't been going the way they'd hoped things would go romantically. And they would feel more judged than anything else. They feel like the person is making choices based on how they feel about them, and they just don't feel like this. Someone feels like another person who they've been involved with just judges them really harshly, and they just don't feel like they can take it forever. They don't want to be in a long-term relationship anymore, and they're wondering how to deal with that. What is the issue here? The issue is they have manifested something else and they don't know how to move forward. I feel like they have let this person go, and this person is still just coming around them constantly. And it's really a trip because they manifested someone else, and this other person is still coming around them, spitting game, or trying to spit game. And they want to know if that's why this other relationship that they have manifested is not getting off the ground, or what they can do to move forward. Okay, so they are content, and they will be content in this new manifestation. This is what they have set their eyes on, a more positive relationship. And they've had time to self-reflect because they've still been alone, even though this has been a connection that has manifested here. So there is enemy drama in the background of this connection. Let's see if I can get some clarity on that energy from an enemy. Okay, so someone has been sitting up late nights, wondering how they can come in between this connection. And they have definitely been trying. Yeah. Also, the other person has been working a lot. So mainly I'm getting enemy vibes. An enemy has been plotting and putting in little plans and whatnot. Why is this other person still shooting game? Still trying to come out knowing that the relationship is hopeless. Because they've had an issue walking away. They walked away previously and then they had to come back. This is unhealthy for this other person. And yet this other person is still continuously coming back. What needs to heal with this other person? Okay, so they have an issue with feeling like someone can have more than they have. So this other person coming in with a relationship, they are kind of jealous that they feel like this person is going to have the whole shebang. They're going to have a decent relationship. And I'm not getting that this other person has a really horrible career, and yet they still are viewing what this other person is doing as something that they don't want. They don't want this other person to have the luxury of being able to be in a relationship because they just don't they don't feel like someone else should have a luxurious relationship if they can't. Do they not know they could meet someone else? They feel like they don't have the strength. They feel weak. They don't feel strong enough to keep it moving, to keep going, to be open to someone else for whatever reason. So what's going on with this work related scenario with this other person? Is there a way around being able to um, come together with this person, going around their work schedule? And what could they do, if anything? Just be there for those slower times. Make a choice to say you'll put in work, you know, relationship work, being open to conversations and so forth and so on, and sharing your emotions, being that listening ear and that shoulder to lean on or cry on, whatever the person needs. Just having that energy that says, I'm here for you. That is going to be one way to progress, even beyond this busy work schedule that this other person has. work is going to pay off. Someone has been working a lot and it is going to have maximum benefits. Sorry, y'all. I have to get my little break in. So, the Knight of Swords is coming in. which is about compulsivity. All right. And someone changing their mind. So someone's going to be changing their mind. Look, the Knight's like, yeah, I changed my mind. What of it? And I'm still on the go. So let's see who is changing their mind. Okay, so someone is changing their mind over the creative process. They have stepped up to do something that they took the initiative of doing, and now they're changing their mind. They don't want to do it anymore. Why? Something to do with someone got angry. It's their emotions. They just have this feeling within them like, hey, like I no longer want to do this. One person got angry, someone else, their whole insides are feeling some kind of way about something. They may not even be able to put a finger on it. Another person is upset and they're changing their mind about a birthday celebration or an anniversary or some other celebration. Someone is changing their mind about a marriage. Someone was ready to move forward with a ceremony and they're changing their mind. Someone is not trying to be as resilient as they have been previously. Someone was changing their mind about showing that resilience in something that they've been doing. Why? Why do they not want to be resilient anymore? It's coming in as they have other choices. So they can capitalize elsewhere. So they're not trying to do that anymore. And why does someone not want to celebrate a birthday or anniversary in the same manner? Because they want to do something more traditional. They've decided. And why have they come to this conclusion? Okay. So there's some secret that they're thinking people are going to harp on if they come together with others. They feel like it's going to stir something up that someone else is trying to keep on low volume, to say the least. So let me see what I want to say to elaborate on this. The questions and the answers that someone wants, to discuss, they're all within you already, deep down. So you don't have to be concerned about what someone else is going to say, because they might not even want to pinpoint what the real issue is with something that has been going on. Someone was coming in is pretty explosive too. They're not going to be thinking before they act. So they may be prone to just doing something and in hindsight saying, you know what, maybe that wasn't the best move. So do be cognizant of that. Someone may not be in a thinking mood, if you can put it that way. So don't expect them to act the best. So someone is being encouraged by the universe to make a move, to do something that they have been putting off. In wisdom, in compassion, think about the other person. Why is it so important to think about another person with something someone wants to do that they have wanted to put off for so long? Because this person is not really sitting in contentment right now. And if this person's contentment is important to someone else, they are going to do something. They're going to say something. They are going to reach out in a very real way because they are concerned about this person's contentment or lack thereof. And if you don't reach out, this person is going to think you let that moment pass you by, and they're going to feel like them being happy is not something you're concerned about. Consideration, that's the word that's coming in for as far as advice to let a person know how much you truly care. Don't put the brakes on something. Go ahead and move it on through, move it along. That's the advice. Not taking too much time. Because if you take time on something, this could be a business venture, this could be a relationship venture. There's this person considering walking away. All right, so some money is going to be coming in. For someone, they have manifested this money. They were confident that they were going to be blessed. They were confident that they were going to be successful, and they are successful. And everything else is pretty much meaningless because they have this crumble energy here, this chaotic energy in the background. So the success, happiness, and joy, that is the only thing they want to concentrate on. Where did this crumbling come from? Is it just memories there, or is something else crumbling while they're experiencing joy and success in another way? Oh, so something relationship wise has crumbled previously. And so now they just have at least something financial is coming in, as they do have something that they are feeling halfway decent about. Someone has been feeling ambivalent as well about being in the spotlight, about being in a position of being able to make some calls. You will be finding balance. Someone is juggling something. Yet they will be feeling more balanced. And they are going to see that someone is truly loyal. What are they loyal to specifically? Someone's coming in as being loyal to taking a disciplined approach to a disciplined cause. Some cause that is, it has this disciplined energy here. So something else is rambunctious. Like that's the whole energy of something that was going on. And this is like the opposite of it coming in. And this person feels delivered in a sense. Someone is overworked. The answer to being overworked too is just the hope that you are going to be able to get some R&R, some rest and relaxation. Someone doesn't want to spend time with someone else because they're very judgmental. They harp on a lot of stuff, and when they get some time off, finally, they're not going to want to be around this person. They feel like they need advice because they don't really want to be cold-hearted and say, look, I just don't want you around. But they feel like, they're feeling like they're not going to be able to help it. They know this person is going to be around, whether they don't answer phones or open the door. Somehow this other person is going to be coming in, and they're wondering how they're going to deal with it when this person is near and around them. Okay, so their goals. Someone has this energy of they have a goal to be more at peace. And unfortunately, the people who they've been finding themselves around aren't always the most peaceful. The advice coming in is just to try to be optimistic. Especially when it comes to going places where you're going to get some time to really think things through and have self-reflection. I am getting that. You are going to find some moments for self-reflection here. Someone wants to know where they probably are going to need to disappear off to for a little bit. Yeah, a lot of contemplation to get some peace of mind, to get away. Someone has some vices that they cater to when they feel like they can't get away from people who are causing them stress. That's what's coming in too. Yeah. It's a bad plan that someone has. What is this bad plan? It has something to do with vices, and it has something to do with patiently waiting. Someone is waiting, but it's not going to yield the desired effect. They're not going to get what they want no matter how long they wait. Let's see what the advice is on that. The advice is to just try to conquer something and just leave it be. If you're having a situation where it's hard to conquer, then, if just stay to yourself. If you don't feel like fighting, someone wants to fight and argue all the time, I do feel like this person is going to be staying to themselves, and that is where they're going to end up feeling like they came through something. They were able to overcome something because they just kind of remained reserved and just didn't put any more energy into something. Other relationships that were unholy and not positive in any aspect, any way. That's why someone's holding back. They're tired of putting energy into something that it's not working. Yeah, someone is always fault finding. So this other person is like, I'm just going to withdraw. That's what's going on. This other person is withdrawing. They're not quiet. They're not introverted. But that's how they're acting. They're extroverted, but they're just not having anything else to do with whatever else this calamitous type of energy is this other person's bringing. How's the other person feel about this? They're going to want to get away. They're going to want to complete whatever they're doing, and they're going to want to bounce. They're going to want to put miles in between. So this person's not really going to have to worry about trying to fight to get away from this person if that's what they were thinking. Eventually, this person's going to want to let the doorknob hit them where the good Lord spit them. What has taken this person so long if they were this miserable? Yeah, an enemy has been, in their head, telling them, hey, stay there. What? So someone who is probably considered to be their friend has been saying, yeah, you should stick around. You should. And why? Why have they been doing this? They've been giving them some bad advice if they're not happy. Yeah. They felt like they should stay until things get so bad that they have to leave. And that's what they may end up doing. Them and their friends are kind of like defensive. So they just want to fight their way into being with someone forever when it's like clearly not working. This defensive energy is not what this other person wants their home made up out of, because it's against the wrong people. It's not for intruders. It's not safe for intruders. In this case, someone has defensive energy towards the people who they're supposed to love. The universe had them placed together so that they could come up with better visions for themselves. That's what I'm getting here. Well, I guess for now, that's going to be all she wrote.